We begin the work on the gusset. Yesterday you set it up. Let's count the stitches to make sure we have the correct number from yesterday and then begin. You will want to alternate a no decrease and a decrease row. And now the start of the round is here on the back in the middle of the heel. So you're going to begin here, knit until you have 3 stitches left on the needle. Then you're going to do a decrease. If you notice that this transition here stretches your stitch, go ahead and knit those 2 stitches at the corner of the heel twisted, like you see me doing here. Or if your stitches you picked up along the side of the gusset are stretching and making a little bit of a loose stitch, knit them twisted just this time. And keep going until you get to the place where you have 3 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to knit 2 together, and you want to change the order of the stitches. You see how I slip, and then put the second one over the first one. Then I knit them together, and then I knit this last stitch twisted to tighten everything and not have any holes in the construction of my sock. Now I go to knitting across the 22 stitches at the top of the foot, and then we will do a decrease on the other side of these 22 stitches. (22) And you see if it stretches, just go back and knit it twisted. It's going to tighten your tension. At this point of the construction, it's easy to get some loose stitches that may start looking like holes. So knit them twisted and you will be fine. Knit the first stitch and then knit 2 together. So here you're not going to reverse the order, you just want to open them up because you don't want to do a decrease twisting the stitches. So knit 1, knit 2 together, and then finish working this needle. You will, because this is right after the picked up stitch work, if you want to make sure that they're tight and there are no holes, I recommend that you knit them twisted, especially if you are a beginner in sock knitting. This may be very helpful for you because it takes a little bit of practice to develop a feel for tension when you're picking up stitches for the gusset. And then the next row, which will begin at the middle of the heel, the next round will have no decreases. So you're going to go all the way around without decreasing. So now I skipped to the video to be closer to the end of this no decrease round. Once you have finished all the way around without decreases, now you begin a new round and you're going to decrease again on each side of the top of the foot of those 22 stitches. So you're going to knit, and now you don't need to twist stitches anymore. You're not going to have a tension problem from like you did when you needed to pick up stitches. And you're going to work until you have 3 stitches left on this needle. Now that you have 3 stitches left on the needle, you will reverse the order of the 2 stitches that are coming up for you and knit them together. Then you will knit 1 more. Next, you're going to knit across the 22 stitches on the second needle. And once you finish these 22 stitches, you will have your second decrease of this round on the third needle. So now you will knit 1, knit 2 together and finish the round. So far, you've picked up stitches to set up for the gusset. Then you did 1 round with decrease. You did 1 round without decrease. You just finished 1 round with decrease. Now you're going to do the next round without decrease. You will keep alternating in this way until you once again have a total of 44 stitches, which will be 22 on the middle needle and 11 on each side of the gusset. So you will work now, no decreases. The round after that, you will decrease. The round after that, no decreases. The round after, decrease, and so on until you have a total of 44 stitches again. Once you have 44 stitches again, you are going to transition to knitting the foot of the sock. Now this is where you're going to have to pay attention to the length of your foot, and the story of the magical sock becomes your own here to be the perfect fit for your sock. The sock pattern in my journal will tell you to do 22 rounds again. However, you will want to make fewer or more rounds if your foot is shorter or longer than mine. So this part is going to be very simple because you're only going to knit around and around, but it is also the part where the sock becomes a perfect fit for your foot. You will want to knit as many rounds as it takes to get to the base of your big toe. So when you try your sock on, you're going to have heel nicely fitted, and at the opening where the needles are, you will want to have the needles touch the base of your big toe and the middle or the top of your little toe. Once you're at that point, you will be ready to shape the toe section, which will be included in your day 5 of the journey email. So today you saw how to do the gusset, and after that you transition into knitting the foot. And if you want to make the medium size sock for women's shoe size 8 to 10, then you will do 22 rounds. If you want to make a smaller sock, you will do fewer rounds. If you want to make a larger sock, you will do more rounds. Tomorrow, we learn how to shape the toes and close them and cast off. See you soon, where fairy tales meet fiber threads.